Right, welcome. So we're going to show you some Sudoku ideas here, how I do Sudoku. It may not be how everyone does it, but it works and it's logical, and I'm not going to go through at high speed. There are some YouTubers who show you Sudoku, they go through too fast. It doesn't explain how it works. I'm going to go through at reasonable speed because I don't do these quickly anyway. I use one of these Bic pens, and I always start with the red ink so that I can change with the colour. When I'm certain it'll go black, and if I'm uncertain it's red, then we ink it in later. Now, we start with ones. Just start logically. 1 in this row, 1 in this row, which means there's got to be a 1 in this row here, obviously. Can't be in this box or this box. So we're going to have a 1 here. So there's only 2 squares. So the first thing I do is I look for these 2 squares and ink them in like that, in red. So again, look for the other ones. There's no other ones anywhere in this puzzle, okay? Now the 2's. 2, 2, and then there'll be a 2 here. So again, it gives us a 2 there or a 2 there. It's one or the other. Now there's 4 corners you can write numbers in, so don't worry about putting it in quite strong like that. 4 corners to use up, and you generally don't use them all up. So that's that one. Then we've got 1 here, 1, 1, and then another 2 here. And again, because of this one here, that means the only place a 2 can go is these 2 squares here. So we ink in the corner a tiny 2. Tiny 2. I bet you used to wonder what all those tiny numbers in the corner, how it worked. This is how it works for me. This is how I do it. So we've got the 2 and the 2 there. Now what else? Well, we can triangulate a little bit. We can crisscross over. We can go over that way with that 2, and then we can take this one over here, and that leaves us with an L shape. That's 3 squares. That's too many. Okay. Down, down, and we've done that one. And we're going up here, and we've done that one. Going up here, and then we've got this one coming across again, leaves us with an L shape. That's too many. So we can't ink in any little ones in the corner there. It looks like there's only 1 3 in the whole puzzle, right there. So 3s are going to be the ones that we need to knock out to get this puzzle done. 4, 4, 4, that one is done. 4, 4, and then that could be in any of those 3. What you can do, you can just put a little 4 there for that row. You can do that if you want. It might help, it might not. And again, we've got a crisscross here, so it crosses over there and it crosses over there, which gives us the 4 there or there. So I don't write anything if they're diagonal. I don't write anything. It makes it too confusing. It makes it unhelpful because it only relates to the square. It doesn't relate to rows or columns. This 4 here intersects with this 4 here. Again, it gives us 3, so it's no good. Doesn't whittle it down enough to write anything in. The 5, 5, and then 5 here, got to be that one. So that we can actually, it's going to click every time I change the colour, sorry about that. So we can ink that in, we'll ink that one in. The 5 is inked in there. I'm just going to click it back again. And we've got 5, 5, and 5. So again, that gives us 2 5s. Now we do the crisscross over. So that one there and that one there gives us 3 remaining. So that's no good. What else have we got? We've got this one here. Goes up, goes across, gives us 3 remaining. So that's no good. So that's all we can do with the 5s for now. 6s. 6, 6, which means that this one has to be in that one there. So again, we can actually go black with that. I mean, I don't do the black until I really get towards the end. So we are going to go back to red for now, because I don't want to be annoying with the clicky pen. So, and here, 6, 6, 6, that gives us a pair here. A little pair of 6s. I'll explain what that does in a minute. 7, 7, and 7, and that 7 blocks out that one, so the only place the 7 can go is there. Now look, we've got something here. We've got 2 1s there. So if that 7 must go there, which it must, then that one must be that one. Any more 7s we've got this one here intersects with that one. It also intersects with that one. No, doesn't whittle it down yet. So let's just carry on. We'll do methodical so we don't miss anything. 8, 8, and then 8 across here. No, it's 3 squares. But again, if you feel like it, you can just write the 8 in there, relating to those 3 squares. We've got 8, 8, and 8 there. Again, it's 3 squares, not 2. Intersections. The only one is here and here, and that gives us 8s in these two. But now you see, because we've got 8s in those two, we can effectively say that 8 is in that row, and now we can go over here and go to this row. So we've got 8, 8, 8, so we can look at this one. And what we've got here is 2 6s in the same 2 squares, so we can put the 8 in there as well. And then I call it a slash square, slash and slash, because 6s and 8s are now accounted for in this box and in this row, because they've got to be in those two. So when you get two numbers in the same square, you stick a slash, and it's called a slash square. I call it a slash square. So any more for any more. 8, 8, and 8 going across there. No, that's it. That's it for the 8s for now. And now we've finally got the 9s. The only one we've got is the 9 there and the 9 there. These intersect here. Doesn't give us anything really. This up here intersects here. Just gives us this entire square with a possible 9 in it. So that's no good as well. The other thing I quickly check for is this 9 here. And then I look at this row here. See whether the whole is lined up with that 9 there. If the whole was lined up with that 9 there, then we'd know that the 9 would have to be in this row. If the only hole available would be that one, where that one is lined up. So I just quickly check that as well. Does that make sense? And you could do the same in reverse. We can go looking down this column. We can say this 9 is in these 3. So then the other 9 has to be in those 3 or those 3. And we just check that that doesn't make that impossible. If that 9, say, was here, it would mean that the 9 couldn't be in this row of 3 because the only available one has a 9 coming across sideways into it. And then we'd know that the 9 would have to be in there, and then we could look at this row and put our 2 little 9s there. We can't, but I'm just telling you the logic. So now we've got quite a lot of them and are fairly full up, squares-wise I mean. And this one's got the 2 2s here, which means that there cannot be 2s in these. So we can go 3, 4, 9. And they just listen back to what I just said out loud. So I only say the ones out loud that I don't see here. So I go 3, 4, 9. So now I hear back in my head 3, 4, 9. Well, look, there's a 4 here. So these two, 3, 4, 9, can't have the 2, you see. So they can only have the 3, 4, or the 9. They can't have the 4, so they can only have the 3 or the 9. And there's 2 whole squares there that can only have the 3 or the 9. So it becomes another slash square. 3, 9. 3, 9 immediately becomes a slash square. And if that's the case, then the 4 must be here, because there's 3, 9, 2, and 4. The 4 can't be here because it would line up with that one, so the 4 must be there, which means that the 2 must be there. Now that we've got this 4 and this 2, it's good that they're in red because we can look now and do the same thing again. 4, 4, and 4. And look, that one blocks out that one, so that 4 must be there. Let's see if we can get further with the 4s. 4, 4, and then this one has to be in that. Again, we can do a slash square. And then we'll do the whole same process when we get up there with that slash square. But we're just going to look at the 2s. Well, we haven't finished with the 4s yet. We've got 4, 4, and 4 like that. Doesn't do anything. Yeah, we haven't got, that doesn't give us anything more. We've got the 2s to check as well, though. So that's 2s, 2s, and then 2s in this middle one. And look, there's a 2 there. So we're going to do 2s in, let's do them in the bottom corner. Put them a bit away from those 8s. So there's our 2s for there. And we'll do it up here. That's all set. That's all settled and sorted. Here we've got a row of 3 that's solid. So what you can do is you can look down in these other rows, like this row, this row, this row, and this row. That's to say the ones that are in line with it, but not in line with it. The ones that are parallel, but not in line with it. Look for a number that's not in there. So 5, 4 is in there, 6 is in there, 7 is not in there. 7s are sorted anyway, so we can't do it with 7s. 2s, we can do it with the 2s though. So we look for a number that's not in that row, that's in one of the ones that's parallel with it. 2 isn't in there. What does this mean? It means that the 2 not being in that row has to be in that row for this one and has to be in that row for this one. So it gives us two things that help. In this case, it immediately tells us the 2 is there. But it also tells us, even if we didn't know that, if that 7 and 8 weren't there, we'd still know that that 2 would have to be in one of those 3 squares, which would mean that it has to be in one of these 3 for this row. And if you look, there's a 2 there, which means it has to be here. So before we even ink in that one, it's given us this information. That's why you look for those 3s. So we can put that 2 in there. And if you note, these 2 squares have 2 8s. So we now know that the 8 is there as well. And we're going to be able to do all the same thing again with the 8s in a minute. Put that 2 in there. And now we can go 2, 2, and 2. There's a 2 up there. And again, that knocks it out. So it has to be there. This paper's bending around a bit too much, isn't it? Again, we've got the same thing here with these 3. So that 2, in terms of rows, in terms of columns, I should say. No, the 2's there, isn't it? Right, so this one is 2, 2, and then 2 up here. And again, we've got no 2, no 2, so it must be this one. So that's eliminated that. In fact, we could have just done it by looking at my little 2's there and seeing cross-referencing with that. But we've double-checked and triple-checked. The 2's are all done. You can just write 2 there. 2's are done. Did the 4's. We've got this 8 in there as well, didn't we? I think we inked that 8 in, did we? So this 8, 8, and then up here, it's got to be that one. So that one's easy. Sorry about the focus. I'll try and hold the pen further back. And then 8, can't be an 8 there, can't be an 8 there, can't be an 8 there now. So that means this 8 is now there or there. Let's look at this square that's almost full. I bet you it's 3, 9 again. See, we've got 3, 9 there. So yeah, it's just a 3, 9 as well. And since we've got the 9 up there, that means the 3 is going to have to be there. And the 9 is going to have to be there. And again, we can do this thing by saying the 9 is in one of these 2. So 9, 9, and then 9 up here. Can't be that one. It's going to have to be that one. And we've got a row that's almost complete. And it's missing 7. Just the 7. Again, I say every number out loud. Only the numbers that I don't see in there I say out loud. We've got all these numbers in here because, look, these are pairs. These are slash numbers. So we can go 3. And even if I know it's the 3, I still check all the others to make damn sure, because I make sure that every other number is present. I haven't messed up. So that's all done now. Does that 3 give us anything? I remember there was a shortage of 3s, wasn't there? Yeah, there's a shortage of 3s. They're going to be late coming out. That's 7. Did we get a 7 coming in there? I can't remember now. Let's just look at the rows that are nearly complete. There's a column that's nearly complete. 2, 3. Yeah. So 1, 3. So it's 1 and 3. Look, there's a 3 going across there, so that'll have to be the 1. And that'll have to be the 3. Let's see if the 1 gives us any clues. 1, 1, 1, and then the 1 in that column there. It doesn't help at all, does it? What are the 3 missing numbers from this column? 1, 3, 9. 1, 3, 9. Here's the 9. So we can put in a 1, 3 slash number here. A 1, 3. That's all we can do with that. Can't put any others. Again, I'm looking for rows, columns or squares that are starting to fill up, and also looking for blocks of 3. 2, 2, 2. Did we say they've got the 2s? We got the 2s. 4, 4, 4. How are the 4s looking? 4, 4, 4. 4, 4, 4. Also, what I often do, 4, 4, 4, is I often just go away and come back, and then I'll immediately see something I didn't see before. So when I can't do any further, I put it down and I come back to it later, and there'll just be something glaringly obvious. These pairs, they'll all start to knock out eventually. Here are the 8s. I wonder if there's another pair going on here. So now what I'll try and do is I'll just try and look for some crisscrosses that give us a good deal of numbers both up and across. So here, for example, where have we got some? Yeah, if we just look at this square here, we've got and then going across 6, 7, 9. So it's 6, 7, 9. So that's 3. That's more than we want. We're looking for 2 only. Yeah, 3 9s are going to be crucial. Let's have a look at this 9 here. This 9 goes across, and then yeah, and that one goes up. Ah, yes, okay, so we've got a pair of 9s here. Okay, that was from 9, 9, and that gives us a pair there because of this one. This one, 1, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 3, 9. Oh, that's a 1, 3, 9 there as well. That's interesting.
In fact, that's a slash pair 1, 3. Not just for the 9 in the box that I missed, but also for the 2 9s above that are exclusive.
1, 6, 7, 9 there. 1, 6, 8, 9 there. Ah, this column looks interesting because this is why it's quite good to black them in now, because you can start to see how many you've got done in each column. It doesn't look like I've got many, but actually, if we black them in, you can now see that in this column, there's 5, 6, 7, 9. 5, 6, 7, 9. So 6, 7, 9, 5, 6, 7, 5, 7. 5, 7 here, we got a pair. 5, 7. So we've got a 5, 7 there. Do the same here. 1, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. 1, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. 1, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. 1, 3, 9. Oh, 1, 3, 9 again. 1, 4, 8, 9. 4, 7, 9. That's just 4, 7, 9. No 3s there. The 3, because we've got the 3, of course. 4, 7, 9. Okay, we'll leave that one for a minute. Then we got here 1, 3, 5, 6, 9. 1, 3, 5, 6, 9. 1, 3, 5, 6, 9. 1, 3. Don't forget to look at the numbers in the square itself as well to count them out of it. 1, 3, 5, 6, 9. 1, 5. Ah, just a 1, 5 here, I think. I double check it because I wasn't quite sure. So let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, just a 1, 5 there. That could be good. Because we've got 1, 5 and we've got 5, 7. If we could get this square whittled down to 1, 5, 7, then we would know that 1, 5 and 7 are in only these 3 squares, and that would mean that these 4 squares don't have 1, 5 or 7 in them. So I like that to be a 1, 5, 7 square, but I don't think it is. It's going to be 1, 4, 7, 8. No, so we can't do that trick there. It's a good trick to do though when you can do it. Let's have a look at the next one. 1, 3, 5, 6, 9. 1, 3, 5, 6, 9. 1, 3, 5, 6, 9. 1, 3, 5, 6, 9. 1. No. And then finally this one. We won't count those out. Well, we've done that one. We've done that one. So, what else can we do next? Blocks of threes. Are there blocks of threes available? Just start to ink them in. So take your time, ink them in. Don't panic. The information's there. You just got to whittle it down and find it. Now see how much clearer that is now that I've inked it all in. So this whole bottom block is kind of done, apart from the 6868 there, which we can't do, and the 3939 here, which we can't do. And so this is what we can now do, right? We say if this is the 3, then that's the 3, then that's the 3. Does it work? Seems to. 3, 3, 3. If this is the 9, therefore, does that work? Works here. Going up here will make the 9 be one of those two, which means that this 9 would be forced to be that one. If that 9 was forced to be that one, then the 9 would be forced to be there, which would work. That's if 9 there. So now we do it the other way around. Put the 9 there. 9, 9, and 9. So this 9 here, that means that the 3 is here. The 3 will do the forcing. 3, 3, and then 3, one of these two here. If 3, one of these two here, it could be that one, then, no, let's say it's that one. Let's say if 3 here, then 1 here. If 1 here, then, no, it's not whittling it down. I can't whittle it down. Struggling to whittle this one down. Remember the 3s? Remember the 3s were, I said the 3s are going to come out late, but I have found something with the 3, which is we've got this 3 that we can hear, 3, 3, and 3 here. One blocked there, so we've got a pair of 3s here. So now what we can do is we can look at this square and we can say 2s, 3s, and 9s have all done, but we'll only be looking at the blank ones that don't have those numbers in. But if aside from that we say that 2s, 3s, and 9s are done, in fact we could say 4s are done as well and then just look at these two. But let's just say 2s, 3s, and 9s, so that leaves us with 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for these squares. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it doesn't help. I am stuck. We've got 9 here. Well, let's just put that 9 there, because we know that 9 is there or there. I've got a feeling there's something here with these 5, 4. I can't work out what. So the 5 and the 4, they have to be in these. They have to be in this lot. Beg your pardon, the 5 and the 4 have to be along here. Alright, what if the 8 goes in the top one of those two? Then we'd have an 8 down here somewhere. We could do that. That would work any way you like. 8, 8. But this is an 8 here, isn't it? Or is that the whole thing? That's the whole thing for the 8 there. If the 1 goes there, then this 1 will be there or there, which would force that to be a 5. 5, 5, which would force that to be a 5. Ah! That can't be a 5 because that one lines up with that. 5, 5, 5 is not possible because of that. Right, so it's very complicated, this. basically, we've got the 1. We've decided that the 1 is one of these two. Can't be up there because we've got one across there. Can't be there because we've got one across there. So the 1 is one of these two. So now what we're going to say is that if the 1 were this one, that would force this 1/5 to be a 5. Okay? If that was a 5, then this 5 can't be here. It would be 5, 5, and then the 5 here would have to be this one here. But then it would be 5, 5, and then the only one left is here. But look, there's already a 5 here. So therefore, this cannot be a 5. This cannot be the 1. So, inking them in. 1. Oh, did I say that cannot be the 5? Or it can be. Wait. Before I mess it up. 5. I said 5, 5, 5. 5, 5, 5 is impossible. Yeah, so that has to be the 1. It cannot be the 5. So, and we can't have the 5 there. It looks like this might be sorting out where the 5's going to go as well. We'll see in a minute. We'll see. We're just going to go steady for now. 1, 1, and that means that the 1's somewhere here. So that 1 is sorted. I think the 1's are going to come out now, possibly. 1, 1, and then that 1 has to be there. That's a 1/3. We don't even need to use the slash to do it. 1, 1, and then a 1 in these two. Can't be that 1. 1 goes there. Got a pair of 9s here. This is what we want, so we're going to make it that one of the pair. It's the kind of thing we want. Look for some slashes. We've got 5, 4 here. Got a 9 there. I haven't got any slashes that got knocked out by that. 6, 8, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 8. That'll be a 5, 8 there, and that'll be a 5, 6 there. Six, 8, 5, 6, 5, 8. So we can't do anything more with those. 8, 8, 8. Still waiting for this 8 to come out here. 8, 8, 8. That gives us a pair now of 8s here. Does it give us any other kinds of pairs? See, with these extra numbers starting to get inked in, 3, 6, 7, 8. This is just 3, 6, 7, 8, this lot. 3, there's a 7, 8, so this will be 3, oh no, 6, 7, 8, so this will be the 3 here. Ink it in. Ink it in, baby. Let's look at these 3s now. 3, 3, and then into here, and it can't be that one. Can't be that one. Got to be this one. Again, it's not rewarded us with any slashes yet. These slash numbers, they're not coming out with the numbers that we're putting in, but it's still all going to help. So that's good. That's a good move forward there. Just from looking at those 5s. Across here, 4, 5, 7, 8. This is 4, 5, 7, 8. Just scanning as I go across. 4, 5, 7, 8. 4, 5. Okay, so we've got 7, 8 slashed here. 7, 8. Look, we've got a group of 3. As 5, 8, 8, 7, and 5, 7. In other words, the numbers 5, 7, and 8 are the only ones that make up that square, and that square. 3 numbers for 3 squares, which means this one will be the odd number left. So we'll go through 4. It's 4. Ink it in. I'm that sure about it. It's going to be inked in. So that's where we have 3 numbers. It's just the same as these pairs really, but it's with 3. That's what you have to start looking for, is the triptych ones. So that gives us 444, which we've got already. Does it cross-reference any other 4s? 444 doesn't help us with that. Does it help us with anything here? 4, 4, and then 4 at the top. No, but we've got a pair of 4s now. We put that 4 there, do you remember? Ages ago. A lifetime ago. So lots and lots of numbers possible here. Lots of numbers. Got a pair of 8s here, which means that these two won't have the 8s in. So 5, 6, 7, 9. And so 5, 6, 7. It was 5, 6, 7, wasn't it? There's a 5. So that makes this one a 6, 7. So let's just put that one in for fun. There's some easier things we can do in a minute as well. That'll be a 5, 6, 7. We can't whittle it down enough. But look at this. 3, 9. So this is 3, 9. Ah, look, we've got our 3. It's time for ink. So this is a pair of 3, 9. This is a pair of 3, 9. So this is a pair of 3, 9. This is a pair of 3, 9. We've got the 3 there. That means this will be the 9. This will be the 3. And I think it's all going to start coming out rather quickly now. That 9, and then we've got a 9 in one of these two. A 3 in one of these two. Can't be that one. Ink it in. Three. So that's one of those two. Look, this 3 has given us this pair now. It's coming out. 3, 9. 3, 9. It's come out as a pair. All the 3s are done now. All the 3s are done. 9. How are the 9s looking? 9, 9, and 9. One of those two. Not whittled down. Oh, look at this row. It's got loads in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just 7, 8, 9 to go in. We've got 8, 9 in the top across there, so that's going to be the 7. So this will be a pair of 8, 9. That'll be a pair of 8, 9. Oh, we've got an 8 in that square. So that's the 9. There's the 8. Now, what have we got here? That says 5, 4, and that says 5, 6. No, we won't worry about that. We've got a whole row here with just one missing. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a 5 going in there. It's one of the invisible numbers, what I call the invisible numbers. The ones that aren't in the puzzle at the beginning, but become visible at the end. Again here, just one missing now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's a 6 missing. Just ink it in. What else? What else? There must be more. It's all coming out now, look. Come on. 6 8s across there. You've probably seen things I haven't seen. 5, 6, 5, 4. So this is 5, 4, 6 across here. We've got a 6 there, 5, 4. No, nothing actually. How about here? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we've got 5 and 9. There's a 9. Oh look, 5, 7, and we put the 7 in, so let's go. See, there was even more than one way that it was telling us the answer there. More than one way. So you think these are hard? Not as hard as you think. That's a 5 slash, what is that? A 5 slash 8 is that? I think that says 5 slash 8, and I think that says 8 slash 7. So 8, which makes that 7. There's a 6 slash 7. There's a 6 slash 8. Relating to that 8 we've just put in, there's a 6 slash 8. we had 8 as that one or that one. It now can't be that one because of that. We could have got that just from that row as well. See, again, multiple ways. Here, this row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7 in these two here. There's a 6 here, so that'll be the 7. That'll be the 6. Looks like this square is also missing its 7. This row, 1, 2, 3, 4, it looks like it's got the invisible 5. And it goes. This one just a pair at the top here, so 1, 2, 3, 4. This column here just a pair at the top here, so that's a 4 or a 6. So that means that this 5, 6 has to be the 5. 4, 6, there's a 6 already there, so that has to be the 4. That has to be the 6. And then coming along here, we've got 4, 5, 4, so that 5 must be there, and the 4 must be there. And we have solved it. The hard Sudoku is solved. And that's from the Metro, Wednesday, February the 19th, 2025. Hope you enjoyed that. Really, really hard. Really worth it. Look, I actually messed up the easy one earlier. But we got the hard one. Fully solved. I don't even need to check it. I'm so certain it's correct.